It's crazy that they've been missing this generation. Last of Us Part 1 remake, The Last of Us Part 2 remaster. Listen, it's a rumor. What is this game about? Supposedly there is speculation about a second Naughty Dog PS5 game starts to circulate. And we're going to talk about Intergalactic as well. The source seems to stem from Entertainment Inside. So this Daniel RPK writing on his Patreon. So this particular individual does have a track record when it comes to leaking information about movies, but his gaming credentials are less watertight. Okay. So, however, there's nothing really new. Naughty Dog said outright that it has more than one ambitious single-player game in development for the PS5. Okay, so we know that. But Daniel adds that Uncharted The Lost Legacy's Sean, I can't say that, so I'm going to just say Sean, is leading this second game. And I believe he was the director, which makes sense as he returned to Naughty Dog after a brief hiatus at Crystal Dynamics, to work as a creative director. I played The Lost Legacy. I don't know about you guys, if you like that game or not. I didn't really like playing as those two characters. Chloe, was it Chloe and Nadine? Well, you played as Chloe. I liked the game because it was very similar to Uncharted, gaming mechanics, etc. It's just you play it as Chloe. Think of that game. I completed it, but I could honestly say right now, I can't even remember the ending. It was very short, but that was back then when I was like, I don't know what I feel about the story. You know, anything to do with the gaming mechanics of Uncharted, anything Uncharted, I was like, yeah, I'm up for that. Secret game could be Nathan Drake's daughter. I don't know what you think about that. I don't think you'll be proud of that, to be honest. They can't write and they think they have to crap on male characters to elevate the female ones, which is BS because there's loads of... And probably agreed. Back then, I was like, why? I never understood that scene in was it Uncharted 4 when Nadine basically took down Nathan in a fist fight? And I was like, in my head, this was before anything I knew about politics or like, I was not aware. And I was like...
But she's a woman.
Nathan Drake takes down so many guys and this woman is all of a sudden could just like, you know... And that was just my thinking. I was like, yeah, but he's stronger than her. Very weird. So this was before this all happened. So I don't know. Would you want to play as Nathan Drake's daughter? I wouldn't mind playing as a male character. Don't get me wrong. I would love Nathan Drake. That story has definitely ended. I'd love for it to be another Uncharted. I do miss those. It's 2025. Male leads are banned. Listen, Naughty Dog, there's nothing wrong with doing a male character. I think you've done enough female characters. Don't you think? Like, what's the wrong? You've done Abby. You've done Ellie. You've done, you're doing Intergalactic. It's like, imagine you're doing a fourth. It's like, wow, okay, well, you know, if we want inclusivity and diversity, we want it even. Therefore, the next one should be a man. That's why I'm saying, well, you know, when you look at it like that, you think that's not very, you know, it's not very down the middle, you know? But just make the story good. But yeah, you have said it right. Just make the character fit the game. If it's male or female, who cares? True. Sunny. Actually, not gonna, I wouldn't apply. Oh. Daniel. Oh.
Damn.
No. You're joking. Stop it. No. 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 That's why we've got Intergalactic, my friend. Carrying on with Naughty Dog, I cannot believe with Intergalactic that this game is not going to be playable at least 2027. There's a few things to talk about with Intergalactic. First of all, cannot believe it will be at least till 2027, which means Naughty Dog has basically missed an entire generation. A first-party studio has missed an entire generation. Like I said, it's been a rough generation for Naughty Dog, which it has. While its survival horror series, The Last of Us, is more popular than ever, it hasn't actually released a game since 2020. However, those hoping its all-new endeavor, Intergalactic, could be out as early. No way it's coming out next year. No way. In that interview with Neil Druckmann, he did say that he doesn't even know where the story is going at this moment. He's not actually sure where it's going. So it's like they've nowhere near even finished it. Jason Schreier hinted that the game won't be ready next year, meaning we're looking at a 2027 launch at the earliest. That means it will be at least 7 years between Naughty Dog games, a far cry from the PS3 era when the Uncharted trilogy and Last of Us all launched within a single generation. Of course, the complexity of games has increased since then. Obviously, we had that multiplayer, which sounded widely ambitious. It's a shame that they cancelled that. It's a shame, but I get it. They didn't want to be a live service studio. The PS6 will be out with this game. There will be an update, and they're going to go through that whole remaster again. Is that supposedly this game is already playable. Intergalactic PS5 is playable internally and incredible according to Naughty Dog. So this is interesting to know what they're saying about this game. I'm so excited to finally put gameplay out into the world. Now, I want to know what the gameplay is like. Naughty Dog's Intergalactic is not only fully playable internally, but it's also incredible. Well, it's a subjective thing. That, according to the project's potentially biased creator Neil Druckmann, who was speaking with IGN on the red carpet ahead of the second season of The Last of Us, which premieres in April. God, this is going to be good to see when that comes out. So, Jason Schreier implied on Recent Era that the PS5 exclusive won't launch until, which we've just said. Druckmann has at least provided some hope that the project is progressing well. I say we are playing Intergalactic at the office, and it is incredible. It's really good. I'm so excited to finally put gameplay out into the world and show people about it, because we just showed you the very, very tip of the iceberg. The game goes pretty deep beyond that. But judging by the trailer, it will have a melee-based combat as you explore a hostile sci-fi world which no one is said to have ever escaped from. Development on the game started around 2020, so this would mark a pretty long cycle for this title, but it's worth knowing that it's been in full-scale production for the entirety of that time, as Naughty Dog has been working on various other things, including The Last of Us cancelled. Could definitely picture a gameplay teaser at the Game Awards in December. That would be good. It's still a very long way from this. We still have got a very mixed opinion about this game. Well, judging by the trailer, it's going to be crazy when this game comes out. I'm thinking in the future, guys, are we going to be at a point with gaming where, well, first of all, companies, they will start making games for gamers and stop making things so political? Will we get to a point in gaming like we did before, like the PS2, and I'm thinking the PS3? I assume with the PS4, I didn't play much, where you see a game and you think, wow, I cannot wait to play this. Or what are we going to be like, oh yeah, this has got politics in it? Or do you think we're ever going to get to a point where we just see a game in the future and it's not divided? Problem in games are they're taking longer, so that sets high expectations. Also, too much is focused on politics. Yeah, you're right there. Everybody goes like now, and no, because the politics in games is only on Reddit, Twitter, and YouTube. Most people don't care. The Asian companies continue buying into Western shooter. You look at the Chinese games. No one's ever complained about politics or anything like that. You know, Black Myth Wukong. You're looking at Crimson Desert. You're looking at Phantom Blade Zero. As soon as they're shown, everyone's like, boom, this is a game for gamers. Yes, obviously the Western world has gone very weird with gaming. Can only really rely on the Asian developers as well, like Stellar Blade. I know there was this whole thing, but when that game came out, it's like, this looks like a PS2 game. This looks great. Listen, yeah, East games will take over Western games. Yeah, and I think you're kind of seeing that already.